I finished 1.5 years ago the program of International Business in the University of Economics and Business in Prague. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and I guess if you click this video you are either considering universities in Prague or already were accepted into University of Economics in Prague. So today I want to share my experience of finishing this university, giving you some tips and advices, and I hope this video will help you on your journey. Also, I'm recording this video in the office of Erasmus in Prague. If you are studying in Prague, if you are doing your Erasmus in Prague and you're looking for accommodation, activities, parties, they're here. Just go to their website and you'll find all the information. I'll leave the links and the information below the video. I would advise you to stick till the end because in the second part of the video I'll be interviewing my friend, my partner in crime in Prague. We finished the same program together, but she has a slightly different experience. So I want you to hear the thoughts of the second person, not only mine, but I guess as much as we have similar experience, she'll have something else to say. She also had a different exchange program, and we will have a mini interview in the end of the video. So stick till the end and let's start. This part of the video will have 4 subtopics: entrance exam, study process, and bachelor thesis and the state exams together. I'll be giving from 0 to 10 points for each of these subcategories, so it will be a little more understanding of how I feel about it. And yeah. My situation was not typical at all because it was right in the middle of COVID. So I was moving the countries, entering the university all during the COVID times, and many of the things were online and in different way than it's done now. So I would advise you to check the embassy and the visa requirement if you're coming from outside of Europe. Let's start with the entrance exam, and for us it was that we had to write the economic essay. It was 3 to 5 pages, not a very difficult topic. I remember I think I was writing about international economics and influence of globalization in it. And then after this round we had the round of personal interviews with the coordinator of the program, which was not difficult. 10 or 15 minutes talking about just general things, our interests, why we want to enter this program, and so on. As well, everything was online due to COVID and other restrictions, but that was it. I would give the process 10 out of 10, very easy. I believe now some things may have changed. You better check the website of the university, but overall I don't think it's very difficult, especially for the English-taught programs. I know that if you want to enter Czech programs, it's more difficult. You need to write the written exams, but for English-taught programs it's quite much easier. And also don't forget that if you're coming from non-EU country and outside of Europe, you need to have your diploma nostrified from high school, because for me we have 11 grades of high school in Russia, and in Czech Republic they have 12. So my high school diploma had to be nostrified, so kind of equalized to the diploma of high school in Czech Republic, and then I was accepted. So they would believe that I actually finished high school and I'm on the same level of knowledge as Czech students. And let's move on to study process. Overall, I would give like 7 out of 10, around that. There were quite good things, quite difficult and unreasonable things. The program is going for 3 years. So within 3 years, you need to obtain 180 credits for all the courses that are there. You have your study plan. In the study plan, you'll have the required courses that are already scheduled for your semester, and you have to take them. There are also optional courses that there is the list of them, and you choose based on your interest and etc. Also, there are credits. I believe it's 30 credits for failure courses. It was an interesting system to me, but at the end, I really appreciated those 30 credits. If you are successful and you pass the course, your credits are summing up from 0 to 150. But if you fail a certain course, the credits are deducted from the 30 credits for failure. But also, there is the trick: if you lose all your 30 credits, you may have failed the university, so be careful about that. Don't fail too many courses, or at least plan for the failure of courses. So the schedule for the first semester is created by your coordinator. You cannot change it, unfortunately, but from the second semester you can change and plan your schedule by yourself. One thing is that I would advise to, for the first 2 weeks of the semester, don't miss the classes, because that's the time where classes are planned and you can sign up for the class, or you can unregister from the class if you understand that you don't like the teacher, or you don't like the time of it, or you don't like the course overall. You can unregister and register for another class, but that's possible only during the first 2 weeks of the semester, and after that your schedule is fixed and that's it. Also, there is such a thing as language courses. I was quite excited about it because also the International Business Program requires you to take language courses almost each semester, or there is a certain amount of credits that you have to cover as for this program. And I was very excited about that I'll learn many languages. It would be so nice, but unfortunately it's quite the same thing as learning the language in high school, at least in my experience, because of the amount of people in the class and classes being held only once or twice per week. You really don't learn anything. Truly, unless you're practicing by yourself or with a tutor, you really will not gain much knowledge to become fluent in any language. If you're already in this university, I would advise you to start from the lowest and gradually go through one language, as I was doing with Czech language. So I started with A0 and slowly was going to B1 or B2, I don't remember, but yeah, that helps. It makes your life easier. If you start, for example, with a B1 level of some language and you know that your maximum level is B1 and you want to learn it to C1, that's quite difficult to do at the university. I would not advise you to do that unless you learn the language after classes by yourself and that's your priority. The other thing is the required courses. In this programs, those will be microeconomics, macroeconomics, statistics, mathematics, international economics, world economics, and all those subjects. So if you're not very strong in mathematics or economics and you understand that you hate it, I would not advise you to go to this program, because there was a lot of economics, really, and some numbers as well. But I know that this is not the most mathematical oriented program or not the most statistics oriented program. It was quite easy in those things. So the required courses are the most difficult ones. They usually cost 3 to 6 credits. And you better pass them in the same semester as they are in your study plan, because some of the classes are held only once a year, so it may be just in the summer semester or just in the winter semester. I had the same problem and I did not know that, and that's why I was studying for 3.5 years, not 3, but I'll tell about this later. Please study those required courses. Some of them are quite difficult. It takes time, it takes effort. I failed statistics twice and I passed it only through third attempt. It really took me time. I believed that since I failed it the first time, I cannot fail it the second time, but I did. So once I took it the third time, I was studying after every class, every week, I think 2 or 3 extra hours. The good thing is that the professor that is teaching statistics, I believe he's still teaching. He's a great guy. He's explaining everything with passion, with interest. You just need to really come, listen, and learn. Also, most of the required courses will be in your state exams, so you either learn it now or you'll have to learn it later for your state exams. So I'll just say learn it while you have time and while you're preparing for the courses. Later on you'll just open your notebooks, you'll remember some things, and it will be much easier rather than learning from the scratch all over again. Now let's talk about the grading system and the grades. For me it was completely different. I'm coming from completely opposite grading systems, so it took some time to adjust. Basically the 1 is the best and the 4 is the worst grade you can get. They're also connected to the points from 0 to 100. I think you can find those on the website, and once you're enrolled, there is the thing about the grade 4 and 4+. Throughout the semester, you are getting the points for the course. That can be the midterm tests, some coursework during the semester period. It can be the final test, and everything is summing up to 100 points. And the grades are given according to those points. So also there's this grade that is called 4+, and if you're getting from 50 to 59 points for the course, you can retake the final test during the same semester. But if you get less than 50 points, you are automatically failing the course, and the credits are subtracted from those 30 credits that are for failure of the course. So be calculating how many points you get, how many you need to get for this test or for that test. So kind of prepare and be smart about that. Fun and cool part is exchange program. You can go basically wherever you want to. You can go and study in any university that is partnering with the University of Economics in Prague. I was accepted to the Netherlands, to Han University of Applied Science in the city of Arnhem. I would personally say, if you have a chance, go. That would be one in a lifetime experience. You're living in a completely different country. It's fun, completely different system of education. I really enjoyed studying in the Netherlands. It was much more interactive. It was less just writing the notes in your notebooks. We were mostly talking, doing the presentation, discussing. Of course, I should mention that Erasmus programs, no one is really studying there. Most of the people are just partying, and everyone knows that. So the programs are much easier. But anyways, that was very interesting and cool experience for me. I enjoyed every part of it. I am grateful that I was able to go. Also, the great part of it is that university is giving you scholarships, so you're not worried about the money that much. If you want to apply for the exchange program, I believe the application opens 1 semester or 2 semesters before, depending which country you want to go to. I would just advise you to apply to as many universities and as many countries as you want to try, because at the end of the day, you're given the place somewhere based on your average grade. So whoever wants to go to this university and has a higher grade is going there. If you have lower grade, you're not going there. And then if you didn't put other options, you're automatically not going. So I would say just put as many as you want. Also, that was my problem. I did not know that one course that I was supposed to take during that semester that I was living for exchange program was only taught in the winter semester when I was abroad, when I was in Netherlands. I had to prolong my study for 1 semester and pay for the whole 1 semester, so that I would only take and go for this course to finish university. I know it was my mistake, but it'd be nice to know beforehand. You can check all those things in INSA system, of course, but I'm just telling you, maybe you will not encounter this kind of problem and you will not pay for the whole semester just to finish one course. It's also possible to take the required courses in the hosting university wherever you are going. You just better check. For example, I had a finance course and I checked that at that university in Netherlands it was available, so I just transferred it and I took my required courses in the other university, which helped me a lot, and it saved my time and money in some way. So overall, I would rate this experience 10 out of 10. There is some paperwork, of course, you need to figure out a few things. Coordinator here in Prague was helping a lot. The other coordinator from the university in Netherlands was helping a lot, and I would say everything was quite smooth. Even considering the fact that I'm not EU citizen, they did not require any visa because I was there for less than 6 months technically, and I just had to go and register in police for foreigners so they would know that I'm currently living there, but otherwise there were not that many problems. I just remembered, someone had cockroaches in that dormitory where I was living. That was not nice. In Netherlands there is the housing crisis, so be aware of that. We're done with fun and now we're getting to serious business. Bachelor thesis and state exam. Ooh, that was not fun at all. But it was doable. At the end of the day, I'm here, I'm with my degree, so you can do it as well. Basically, bachelor thesis, I had no idea how to do that. I had no idea what is citations, what are those papers, what is literature review, what is the statistical analysis, and it was very, very confusing to me. But my supervisor was a very, very nice woman who helped a lot. One thing I would just say is that start looking for the supervisor beforehand, before everyone starts looking for supervisors. So you have the bachelor thesis in the 5th semester of the university. So start looking, I would say maybe the end of the 4th semester or the beginning of 5th semester. Know the topic if you want to write about management, economics, finance, statistics, and based on that, choose the right person to help you with it. It will be confusing in the beginning. It will take time. It will be annoying. It was to me, but you are just slowly going through it. You have the instructions what to do, go through the resources, go to the seminars that are explaining how to use the resources, and you can go through it. I've heard some rumors, I would say, that the bachelor thesis is possibly cancelled for bachelor students in this university, and it will be replaced with internship. So if that's the case, that's amazing. I'm happy about that, and I'm happy for you guys. But I had to write my bachelor thesis. It was fine at the end. The defense of it actually was quite easy. It's just 10-15 minutes. You're making the presentation. You have some questions from your supervisor and from your opponent. Very, very chill. Don't be worried about that. It will be fine. And the state exam. Prepare for that. Just prepare. There is nothing else to do. It will be tough. I was preparing, I think, for like 2 months. The first month I was just rereading all my notebooks, all my papers and notes overall. Then also the coordinator gave us the list of possible topics that will be there at the exam. And me and my friend, we were going through those, just telling each other, because this is an oral exam. You have I think it's 3 questions that you need to answer, and they can also ask you extra questions, and you can get the grade, the same one from 0 to 4. It was very, very scary. We had to prepare, and they were quite strict, but I got 1. My friend got 1. I know that some people failed. You just really need to prepare. There is nothing else to say. This experience, I would rate it like 6 out of 10. It was very confusing on the bachelor thesis, and it was very stressful with state exam. Not the best part, but it's fine. So concluding my part of this video and all the things that I've just told you about, I would rate overall the university experience like 7.5. Yeah, I think that would be it. There were many good, interesting things. Also, there were some not pleasant experiences, but I believe as everywhere else. I would say the return on investment for me was great, and I'm happy I chose this particular university, and yeah. Okay, so here's the second part of the video. This is Tanya.
Hello guys!
And she also finished the same program as I did. We finished it together. I think as much as we have similar experience, you have something else to say. And let's interview her a little bit, and you'll get to perspective of the same program. And let's start. And tell us about your overall experience. How would you rate it from 0 to 10, and maybe some more explanation to that?
Right now, I would rate my experience of studying there 6 out of the 10.
Okay.
But I think if you would ask me 2 years before, right after finishing, I would say 2 out of 10. Yeah, I think we had a very unique experience because we started studying during the COVID, so first year was online, and I cannot blame the university for not being ready to that because we were all not ready. Later on, we came to Prague, and I think from the second year, we actually started our university experience. Studying there was quite hard, but also manageable. Our degree was quite broad, so people who graduated with us right now working in so many different areas, and we all were able to get the knowledge of so many different subjects.
So tell us about your Erasmus experience. As I've already mentioned, I went to Netherlands, you went somewhere else. Please, the floor is yours.
For my Erasmus, I went to France. I went to the Strasbourg. First of all, I want to recommend everyone who is studying in Czech Republic or anywhere, go for an Erasmus program. It might seem a little hard with the documents, with the housing especially, but it's 100% worth it. I had some problems with the housing in France. Also, I had to do a visa. Surprise, surprise. But I enjoyed it so much. I spent 6 months in France. It was very calm, very good experience. I studied in Strasbourg Business School, and this was a different experience because here we are studying in the University of Economics, and during my Erasmus I actually had an opportunity to learn more about the business side of our degree, and also so many subjects about the wine since I was in France.
That's very nice. What about social life and overall? I guess that was quite fun.
My social life in France was on zero, honestly. But that's something I really enjoyed. My life in Prague was very full and very busy. I was already working during that time, and we had so many friends here, and honestly I was just resting. I was traveling, I was drinking wine and eating croissants and enjoying myself. I went to the Germany many times because it's actually 5 minutes by tram and you're in Germany from Strasbourg. Also I went to many places in France. I went to Paris, to the cities near, and also I went to the Switzerland for the Christmas markets. And Strasbourg has one of the best Christmas markets in Europe.
Okay, so overall we recommend going on Erasmus. Great experience, please enjoy it. So what is your most difficult subject? Tell us. And that is the same one as mine.
The hardest subject I had was the statistics. Three times. Well, I failed once, and 2 times I did a withdrawal, yeah. I thought this course will be easy. We started this course while we're still studying online. So we thought we'll have exams online too, and we were not paying enough attention to this course. It was a lot of information, but our professor was amazing. Now I understand this, and he was trying to help all students. So here we'll say a little advice, maybe for the new students. Always ask for help. Always, if you don't understand something, go to the professor. 99% of them will actually sit with you and help you understand something. With statistics, I had a long journey of 2 years until one day I just started studying it. Every day, 1 hour, and then I passed it.
Are there any things you really liked about the program or university overall? Maybe something that was this is a good point for you.
Generally, if you're looking for the university to apply in Czech Republic or in Prague, I would recommend Vaše as a university to go to. First of all, because of the reputation of the university. Everyone in Prague knows this university. They know it's quite hard studying there, and also they know that graduates from even bachelor have a lot of knowledge and they can be already employed. Same as many people from our degree went to the internships during their studying. Also saying about this, it's important to mention that after I finished and graduated from my bachelor degree, I tried and I applied for the master program in Vaše, and I was also very surprised, and it was very nice to realize that they actually prioritize their students. I changed my degree a little bit. I was applying for diplomacy, and in my opinion I had to learn some more things because it's absolutely different program and I had not much knowledge in diplomacy and policy. But they didn't ask me to go to the interview, they didn't ask me to do some exams or essays, and they said that yeah, we are trying to prioritize our students and giving the place for them in our master's program, because we also know that they're hardworking, they can study good, and they believed in us, and I really liked it. It was very nice to realize that you don't need to go through all of this bureaucracy again just to be enrolled to the master's program. But saying that, I also need to say that I didn't choose to go to the master's to Vaše just because the program was not quite something what I was looking for. but we know people who went and already graduated, and it looks like they're pretty much happy about it. One more thing that I liked about this university is the location. The location is in the city center. There's so many things around. It's direct access to public transport, and all our lectures and seminars were in one place. Most of the buildings, they're quite new. They have all possible things that you might need during your day. There are some many coffee places, terrace, also the restaurants.
Was very, very nice.
Everything you need in one place. There's many places where you can just wait on your breaks and study a little, and it will be quiet and nice place.
Yeah, I should say also the library was very, very nice. I enjoyed it, but I think you were not very much going there. I went there a couple of times and it was very, very nice. Okay, so do you have any advice to give to people who are starting to study English here or planning to study there?
First of all, good luck.
And the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and my main advice will be active. Try to make as much friends as you can, as many connections, talk to the professors, go to all events happening in the university, especially then companies are coming to university. Don't skip on that, it actually might help you in the future. So don't be lazy, just go there, it's not happening very often, and be active. More people you have around you, easier for it will be to study, you will have some support, and you will have as many opinions, notes, and just people around you. If you're moving from abroad, it's very important to have someone near you.
I think that's a very good advice, because as we moved from outside of Europe, it was very good for us because we had a big Russian-speaking community in our degree. It's not as much right now, but for us, we connected all together. It was a group of people, also then even non-Russian speaking people, like basically everyone. We were friends with people from all over the world, and we were studying for exams together, especially during the lockdown times. So it was good. There's also the Innovation Week, which is an interesting thing at the university, and they're trying to bring interesting speakers, help students to evolve and develop themselves in different areas, not only in the core subject. So I think there are more extra curriculum activities at the university that you can go, and they will be quite good for you. Let's talk about language courses. I already gave my experience, my advice about language courses, but maybe you have something else to say or something different, so please.
I would say language courses is something where you think you can rest a little and not spend that much of the time, but I would recommend try to stick to one language. I went, for example, to Czech language, and I did 2 semesters of Czech, and then I switched to Spanish because I previously had experience with Spanish language, and then I went to my Erasmus to France and I had a French course, and eventually I can speak none of these languages. And now I'm considering going to more courses or having a tutor to start speaking one of these languages, but we actually had an opportunity and we just wanted to make our life a little easier there and to be a little lazy on these courses. That's why we were doing like this. And of course, that's an option if you're really busy or you think your priorities are not in the languages right now. But since you have an opportunity to learn a language, try to stick to one language.
Okay, so I think we gave you all the information we had, shared all the experience, tips, and etc. I hope this would help you, and that's it. Thank you for sharing your experience as well. You can hear both different. I think our experience quite similar, since we're coming from similar background and we went through the years of university for most of the period together. Yes, and yeah, I mean, make friends. We are friends from university. We also have another friend that is also from university, and that was overall, like, I really appreciate that in this program I met her, I met other friends, and it was quite fun.
And we are wishing you good luck in this process. It can be quite hard, sometimes depressing, but you can do it. And always try to find some support, and if you have any questions, you can text us.
Like the video, subscribe, and see you in the other videos. Thank you.